Hello everyone, Counterspell Hater here, back with another EDH guide. Before we get into today's video, I'd just like to say, please leave a like and subscribe. Help Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation for Childhood Cancer using my link in the description to donate and fight against childhood cancer one cup at a time. Which is why you should also share this video along with other videos found on my channel with other people so they can use this link too to help out. And so that they can receive guidance from yours truly on how to build the deck that they desire to build in case they are lacking in directions that they may need. You can also make your EDH requests in the comments or standard request for like standard deck text, EDH deck text, arena content like the highlights. Make sure the content you're requesting has not already been requested or featured on this channel. So the Red Terror the Red Terror goblins, that is content that is already featured on this channel. The Red Terror instants and sorceries is not. So that is a slot that can be filled with an EDH request, and that I would happily carry out for you all. Another thing, first come, first serve. So get to the comments. And while you're there, please leave a like and subscribe. And also, if you don't want if EDA making a request or not, leave your positive feedback. Like to see it from you all, like to hear from you all, what your personal thoughts are. And obviously, you have nothing nice to say. But I'll take constructive criticism either way. And with that said, let's get into this video. For this video, we're going back to Dominaria United. We have Ratadrabik of Urborg. This is a legendary creatures zombie tribal sort of deck. So as our legendary creatures die, we are creating tokens that are copies of them, except they are not legendary anymore, and they are 2/2 black zombies in addition to their other colors and creature types. So what we want is for a bunch of legendary creatures of ours to die and to have like very powerful legendary creatures. So Taser Karlov is one of them. Now, if dying causes a triggered ability of a parent we control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Not to mention creature tokens we control have vigilance and lifelink. How awesome is that? And our commander on his own gives our other zombies not life link, vigilance, and has some protection himself. He has ward 2 and vigilance, or it, I should say. So if this dies, since this dying would cause Ratadrabik to trigger, we would create tokens that are copies of Taso Karlov. So then, whenever a creature we control died, caused a triggered ability of a permanent we control to trigger in that case, since we had 2 Taso Karlovs off, it would trigger 2 additional times. So now we're going to be creating even more tokens than what we were with our commander. Dallasy Reverent Medium for some air offense and defense, help us defend against like scary dragons or other spirits that bring our spirits down. Vishkal, Blood Arbiter, to sacrifice creatures so we can buff this guy up, even if he is only a 2/2. He has flying and lifelink. And we can remove a bunch of all the possible counters from him to potentially kill a rather big indestructible creature. Reminder, -1/-1 sort of effects, or -X/-X, or -1/-1 counters. Anything that reduces toughness not via damage or does not outright destroy the creature can kill a creature with indestructible. Shodrick's Silver Quill. If we have 3 of these now, because of Tesa and our commander, we'll be able to put 3 ++ counters on each creature target player controls, ours most likely, at the beginning of combat on our turn. Not to mention this has flying and double strike. And we can also draw ourselves a bunch of cards and create a bunch of 2/1s. Allows Jordan to buff up the entire team. 3 of these out, that's +6 to everything we have, and -6 to everything our opponents control. Iona, Shield of the Mob, Emiria. We could basically prevent everyone at the table except for us from casting spells. Depending on the colors they're playing, of course. Because with Teysa and Ratadrabik, that's 3 Iona Shield of Emiras. That's 3 colors we choose that our opponent that spells, and those are spells that our opponents can no longer cast. So if all of our opponents are playing red, green, and blue, or blue, now with Iona in this case, and well, the 3 of them, they can't play anything, and we just win the game from there, unless they're able to destroy Iona in some sort of way. Makes it very difficult for our opponents to play. Depending on all the colors your opponents play, you may be able to just stop everyone from playing Magic entirely, which is just evil. Drana, Liberator of Malakir, 3 of these puts 3 plus counters on each attacking creature we control whenever they deal combat damage to a player. Beetle, Thorn of the Dust Growth. Whenever we gain life, target opponent loses that much life. With 3 of these out, that's going to be game over pretty fast. Elas Il-Kor, Sadistic Pilgrim. As creatures enter the battlefield under our control, we gain life. As creatures we control die, each opponent loses life. Sir Conrad the Grim, as creatures we control die, or a creature card is put into a graveyard, into a singular graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or any creature card leaves our graveyard, Sir Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. Because the Unhallowed. And this is great because the legendary creatures we control that are dying and having tokens that are copies of them created because of our commander are not exiled, so they're just gonna come back because of the case here. That could be 4 Teysa Karlovs. Then, actually, if that Teysa Karlov dies, it's the other because then that would count itself for 5. That could be 5 more Teysa Karlovs, giving you 8. No, 7. No. Thinking of something else. Yeah. No. So 5. Sorry, I had to do some math. That's now 5 additional death triggers. So that could be 6 Lisas. Forgotten Archangels. Each with flying and lifelink. Whenever non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand and gain the next end step. The creature your opponent controls that would die, exile it instead. Don't think I need to say which. Excuse me. Primeval's Glorious Rebirth. Return all legendary permanent cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Need I say more? Nadir, Ancient of the Duskin Nail. As tokens leave our battlefield, we put more plus counters on Agent here. As this leaves the battlefield, we create a number of 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens equal to its power. Sheldred the Apocalypse. We get 6 of these out. Someone's losing 12 life whenever they draw a card, and we're gaining 12 whenever we draw a card. Benny Brax, Zoologist. By the way, just to let you know for context, that is if we have 5 tokens that are copies of Teysa Karlov. Benny Brax, zoologist, draws us cards if we have created a token. Just any token, so it doesn't have to be creature. Can be artifact, enchantment, whatever. God Eternal Bond to sacrifice a bunch of stuff, draw a bunch of cards. When it dies, or is put into exile from the battlefield, we can just put it into its owner's library, third from the top. God Eternal Oketra. As we cast creature spells, we make more and more 4/4s. Same thing with God Eternal Bond 2. It's going to go third from the top instead of going to a graveyard or into exile, if it is to be exiled or is to die. Sidisi, Undead Vizier, is just potential tutor for something very powerful. Get Lord of the Vault, can get other legendary creatures from our opponent's graveyard onto our battlefield. So we can get something like an Animar Soul of the Elements. And as we cast more and more creature spells, our stuff gets cheaper and cheaper. And as we activate Geth Lord's Vault more and more, we're going to have more and more options from our opponent's graveyards. Since they're also milling. Limb Duel, the Necromancer. A creature our opponent controls dies. We just paid a generic and a black. Now it's been put onto our battlefield. And it's also zombie in addition to its other creature types. And this guy can also regenerate target zombies. So that's pretty cool. Nadar, Selfless Paladin, can venture into the dungeon, so we can go into Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Where is it? Yeah, Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Get something potentially busted. Another creature we control get +1/+1 as long as we've completed the dungeon. Daxos Blessed of the Sun. As creatures we control die or enter the battlefield, we gain life. Handling Resplendent Cathar. Its power is equal to the number of creatures we control. And as we attack, we're going to get more and more 1/1 white humans. Kalatas, Trader of Get, is perfect because we can sacrifice our zombies to it to put 2 ++ counters on it. It also gets rid of our opponent's creatures permanently if they die. Rankle, Master of Pranks, can make everyone sacrifice creatures, lose life and draw cards, and discard cards. Whisper, Blood Liturgist can get stuff back from our graveyard, so our legendary creatures, so they can die again. And then create a token. Sengir, the Dark Baron. So say we get 3 of these with our Tesa instance, where we have 2 copies of Tesa because the original died. And then since that was a creature dying, causing a triggered ability of a permanent we controlled trigger, it causes it to trigger again. So because of that, because of our commander and Taser Karlov, we now have 2 non-legendary tokens that are copies of Taser Karlov. So now Senior of the Dark Baron dies. Now we have 3 Seniors. And if someone loses the game, we gain life equal to that player's life total as the turn began. So if someone has 50 life and we have 3 Seniors, we're going up by 150 in that turn. And that's 2 Taser Karlov tokens. And as you know, we can get much more. Omnixilus the Fallen, as lands enter the battlefield under our control, he gets stronger and stronger, and our opponents most likely are losing more and more life. It can be target player, so it could be us if we wanted, but we don't want that probably. Most likely. Don't know why we would want that. Omnixilus, Unshackled. Opponent searches his or her library. That player sacrifices a creature and loses 10 life. Whenever a creature dies, we put a ++ counter on Omnixilus here. Crucial, the Evening Star. When it dies, each opponent loses 5 life, and then we gain life equal to the life lost this way. Ale, the Dawn Sky. This thing dies, you get something we could cheat something out, or put 2 plus counters on each parent we control that's a creature or vehicle. Not to mention, if we have Taser Karlov out, suddenly that could be 6. Yeah. Junji, the Midnight Sky, can reanimate something from our graveyard. We lose 2 life, sure. Or make each opponent discard 2 cards and lose 2 life when it dies. Raids Arisen Nightmare. We can sacrifice creatures to this to make everyone else sacrifice creatures to this. And for each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and we draw a card. Prob the Unredeemed. Can sacrifice a bunch of creatures to it to draw a bunch of cards, gain a bunch of life, and put a bunch of +1/+1 counters on Prob the Unredeemed. Aaron, Benalia's Ruin. This is kind of sack outlet to just, buff up our board. Prava of the Steel Legion. As long as it's our turn, creature tokens we control get +1/+4. Highly Eternal Pilgrim. We can sacrifice creatures to her to gain life equal to sacrifice creature's toughness, and eventually exile target non-land permanent. Elenda the Dusk Rose could potentially create a whole bunch of 1/1s whenever she dies, because her power and toughness, of course, increases as more and more creatures die, because she gets +1/+1 counters put onto her. We'll call her Gisa. We can sacrifice a creature, or rather a big creature, and then suddenly we have a bunch of zombies. Melissa's Fang of Silvercruel. Whenever non-token creature we control dies, if it had counters on it, we create X tapped 2/1 white and black Inkling creature tokens with flying versus the number of counters it had on it. And then we combine this with Cathar's Crusade. Suddenly we're getting somewhere with this, because now all of our creatures getting buffed up a whole bunch by a bunch of +1/+1 counters each and every time a creature enters battlefield under control. Now we have Annotated Procession. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. Need I say more? Astronaut's Altar for Mana. Song of the World Soul. Since these are tokens we have, these are creature tokens. Now as we cast spells, we can create a token that's a copy of a creature token we control. So that we could create more Taser Karlovs. So we could have like 10. And then when something dies, if it would cause a creature we control dies, if it would cause a triggered ability of a parent we control to trigger it, like our commander, now that ability is going to trigger off 10 additional times. This is awesome, in other words, is what I'm trying to say. Blade of Cells, because of Myriad. Because these tokens are not legendary, although they are very powerful. Endless Ranks of the Dead, because these are zombies we are creating, so why not have a bunch of zombies? Coat of Arms. Now this goes really well with Gisa, we'll call her Gisa. As we create more and more zombies with her, all of her zombies are getting buffed up. Sorry. And then we have Wand of Orcus to give our zombies Death Touch. And whenever the quick creature deals combat damage to a player, we create that many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Then we have Untidake, the Cloud Keeper. 3/2 life. Add 2 colors mana to our mana pool. Spend this mana only to play legendary spells. Windburst Kites for Hideaway. Of course, we're gonna have more than 3 creatures attacked. Excuse me. Sorry. Then we have 24 basic plains cards and 24 basic swamps. And with that said, the end of this commander guide, there's EDH guide, I should say, starring Ratadrabik of Urborg. Use my link in the description to help children with childhood cancer, 1 cup at a time, and help Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation for Childhood Cancer possibly find a cure. And with that said, also share my videos so other people can use this link in my description that I will have and have had for a bunch of my past videos, in fact. for quite a while now. So they can also help ALSF, Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation for Childhood Cancer, fight against childhood cancer one cup at a time. And so they can receive guidance from yours truly on a commander deck they may want to build. Also, comment section. Please fill that comment section with comments of yours. You know, EDH request, standard deck tech request, arena requests, or just positive feedback. That's what I like to see out of you guys. Thank you to the 77 of you who are currently subscribed. We're only 23 away, guys. We could see 100. We could see 100 subscribers or even more. So keep subscribing. Keep it up, people. So with that said, subscribe, like. So like, subscribe, comment, make an EDH request, first come, first serve, or standard deck tech request, or a arena content request. So like the highlight of the game or something. EDH request, make sure the content that you're requesting has not already been requested or has not already been featured on the channel. As I die. I'm not dying, actually. I'm fine. Hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss another one of my videos. And share this video along with other videos on my channel with other people. With that said, I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.